with NeuroApplied. So please, Lior, show us the money, right?
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, actually.
Do you have the picture?
I had a long day. My name is Lior, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of NeuroApplied. And what we do in NeuroApplied, we voice unexpressed feelings about brands. So for the past 20 years, I've worked in marketing and had to rely on market surveys as part of my job. People lie to me all the time. Not intentionally, of course, but mainly because they were unaware of their own thoughts. 90% of our purchase decisions are subconscious. Yet, traditional surveys keep focusing on the remaining 10%. How crazy is that? Maybe because it's not easy to measure thoughts. Contemporary methodologies to measure the subconscious involve neuroscience, and this is very intrusive, costly, and lengthy. However, we developed a neuroscience technology that is easy to use anywhere, anytime. Our technology is very simple for the participants. Panelists are handed a visual game where all they have to do is to match between an image of a person and a brand. If they think that person is a customer of this brand, they swipe right. If not, left. It's like a Tinder for brand research. This is how it looks like. Behind this simplistic input lies our sophisticated technology. By the way, the GIF doesn't work here, sorry. But behind it, there is a technology that basically gives a full brand image report to the brand manager. She can now, for the first time, understand what her customers really think about their brand. Our customers are using our solution to monitor their brand over time and to reveal key attributes about it, to benchmark it against competing brands, and also to measure the effectiveness of their messaging before and after a campaign. And they do it across all touch points of the consumer digital journey. It can be in website, social pages, or mobile apps. And we don't stop there. We also predict the desired positioning in order to increase market share, and we prescribe the messaging brief in order to achieve that positioning. And most important of all, we are able to predict the sales ratio between our customer brand and its competing brand, and we have more than 90% correlation to the actual sales in the stores. By the way, traditional research only does 50%. So you might ask yourself now, how do we do all of that? We basically introduced a neurocognition algorithm that imitates the way our brain creates associations and trains the computer to do the same. We ask people to match between images of people and descriptors, and later on we use those images of people with the brands. And this is how we can know how the brand is being perceived. We validated this across thousands of respondents around the world in each culture. In order to deliver on this technology, you need a strong team. Aviram is our enthusiast data scientist, and Gilad is our genius web architect, and I take care of the business side. For the last 20 years, I worked as VP marketing in 3 public companies and 2 startups, 6 years out of them in the Silicon Valley. Together, we face an enormous market because brands are everywhere, from products and services, companies, and even concepts. If we take just the top 1,000 brands, each one of them spends between $1 and $10 million each year on research alone. That presents a total addressable market of $5 billion for us. The leaders of this market are Nielsen, Kantar, Ipsos, and GfK, but we rather view them as potential partners. NeuroApplied is 3 years old, and we've already tested more than 100 global brands. This is a partial list of our customers. There are multiple use cases for our solution. Let me share with you only 2 of them. In the first one, we worked with a cereal brand who was losing market share, and we wanted to understand why. So we compared them to the leading competitor in the space, and we saw that they are less prestigious and cool than their competitor.
One more minute, Lior.
Okay, so we looked into the negative traits, and we saw that it was more aggressive and selfish. So the recommendation was to promote in their messaging more care and kindness, and that alleviated the problem. In the second case, we worked with a French car brand. I won't say exactly who. And they had an issue where people were ordering the car, being ridiculed by their friends because those cars usually ended up in the shop, and then canceling the order the day later. So they turned to their creative agency and asked them to create a commercial that will increase the perceived reliability of the car. They created two versions and asked us to measure them. In the first one, you see a French factory, you listen to French music, and the camera zooms in, and you see a Japanese engineer on the line. This simple concept elevated the perceived reliability by 6%. In the second version, you see a client walks into a dealership with a friend. The friend gives him false information about the car. He disregards his friend's advice and buys the car anyway. That one elevated only 2%. But
Thank you very much, Lior. Thank you very much.
Whoever wants to hear the end of it, come to me.
Yes, come and speak to me. I know it's tough. Thank you so much.